Noon. As the 1-1 pitch to Watkins lifts it right field, giving chase as Fugit back at the warning track at the wall. It's gone! Two-run shot for Jared Watkins! As this pitch cranked left field back is Walters at the wall, and that ball is long gone into the graveyard for Jake Means.
There's always a little bit of added pressure when you're up 2-0 and you feel like you can come out and sweep a team. So there's that on a Sunday, but it's nice to come out and focus up in that last game and just get done what we got to get done. Exactly. We feel anybody, no matter who's in there, up and down, we can get production 1 through 9, and there's been times where the top of the lineup has produced the whole day, and other times where it's been the bottom and the top hasn't done much. So it's nice to have a group where we all feel connected and like we can all do something.
A very slow start today, Luke. I didn't feel like we were plugged in the way we needed to plug in early. We made some mistakes that, and when I say mistake, not just physical, we gave up some bags, we got timed up on some steals. We have a few balls get by us in certain areas that normally don't. So I just didn't feel like we were plugged in. Situationally, offensively, we weren't plugged in. Next thing you know, we're down a couple of runs and fighting for our life. And as soon as you go down a couple, I think it was CJ and Dane came up back-to-back and just hit lasers that were right at him, and you can't help but think, oh, goodness, it's going to be one of those days. But, fortunately, we hung in there, made enough plays. Luke got the big AB and hit a big 3-run homer off a guy with a really good arm. And with Ward and Grauer coming in and out of the pen, stabilizing the game for us. It was just one of those that we weren't pretty, but we'll take it. I can't tell you, we feel great about some of the things that happened. We got to go back and fix them before we play Wednesday.
During your time here, I know obviously being able to make the tournament your first year in 2014. In terms of having meaningful conference series, how would you compare what you're about to go through what you have been through during your time here? Is this maybe probably just the biggest that feels like of a 2-week stretch for your team during your time here?
I won't say the biggest. I'll say that there's been more expected of this team. In 14, I think we were picked 7th maybe in the league, and nobody expected much out of that team. So we were playing on house money. Everything was great. There was no pressure on us. I think this team's had a little bit of, I don't want to say pressure, but a feeling that, hey, we need to put ourselves in a situation down the stretch to win this league. And it's been an expectation from day one. So when that's the scenario, it's a little different because you feel like you feel some heat to sweep certain series. And everyone out there thinks it's easy to sweep. I understand, yeah. But you can't throw the same pitcher every day, and you've got another guy throwing at you that may be pretty good that day, and everybody's capable at this level. So I think the bottom line, the fact that this group has handled all that, and they put themselves in a situation to go take care of it on the field says a lot about them. I said before, we pushed this group really hard. Coaching staff's pushed them hard. I haven't been the nicest of guys most days, just to try to keep this thing moving a little bit and create some guys that aren't comfortable and accepting that, hey, we got a good record and this and that. So ultimately what it tells me is this group's anxious to play this final 3 weeks and put the chips on the board and see what happens.